Welcome back to Game Over, guys!
Drew clicked ahead. And you have reason to believe that was consumed on the day of the incident, the chocolate?
I do. I have an expert food tasting witness who is willing to testify if need be.
You have a foodie witness? I don't recall anyone like that. Who on earth are you talking about, Falcon? Oh! I see!
But do you know for certain that Major Howell consumed this chocolate?
Well, it is a fact that we are still investigating.
I see. And do you have evidence that this chocolate was in fact poisoned?
Again, that is something that may require a little more time to definitively prove.
So then, in actuality, you do not have evidence that Major Howell consumed some poisoned chocolate. Instead, you have a solitary piece of rubbish that you plucked straight out of the gutter. And that's weak even for you, JJ.
Right.
Let's move things along. I have another witness I would like to summon. He's a man who claims to have had an excellent view of the people going in and out of the Louvre at the time of the incident. I call upon Monsieur Toussaint Kingsley.
Could the witness please approach the stand and recite the oath?
Hello.
Robert?
Hello.
Rupert, is that you?
Oh, right. The oath. I swear to speak without hatred and without fear, to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
Please state your full name and occupation for the court record.
My name is Toussaint Kingsley, and I'm a person who fishes.
A person who fishes, so you are a fisherman.
Oh, is that how it is? I thought the French justice system was better than this.
I beg your pardon?
Here comes Toussaint Kingsley, the kingfisher. Clearly he must be a fisherman, because, didn't you hear? All kingfishers are fishermen. Well, you're carrying a fishing rod. And, can a man not carry a fishing rod, reel and bait, without being branded a fisherman? Look, the prosecutor is carrying a riding crop. Clearly he must be a horse jockey.
Oh, for pity's sake. Fine. We can just list your occupation as a person who fishes and not a fisherman.
Thank you.
Actually, why do you carry a riding crop, Severin? I've never seen you ride an horse in...
I don't know, JJ. Why do you, a 30-something-year-old with no health problems, carry a cane?
This is veering quite far off the course. Could the prosecution please get back to its questions?
Of course, Your Honor. Monsieur Kingsley, is it true that you were nearby the Louvre at the time of the incident?
Yes. I was sitting upon the railing at the Point des Arts. Pont?
The Pont des Arts? Now, that's the new bridge that's just a stone's throw from the Louvre's south entrance, correct?
That's right.
And what were you doing at the time of the incident?
I was fishing. Kingfishers! Am I right, Falcon?
So you would have had plenty of opportunity to see the people who entered and exited the palace. Can you tell us who you saw?
Well, the Louvre's a busy place. Naturally, I saw a lot of people. But at 9 a.m., I saw the king, Louis Philippe himself, enter the building. He was surrounded by his entourage, of course. Then, around 9:30 a.m., I saw a shifty-looking fox lurking around the entrance.
Your Honor, I object to the witness's use of the term shifty-looking. It is vague and biased description.
No, really. He looked super shifty. I saw him rubbing his paws and cackling gleefully. And then I saw him take out a rose and carefully rub the stem.
Rub the stem of a rose, you say, as if he was applying something to the flower, perhaps?
Well, monsieur, I really shouldn't speculate.
Of course, it was wrong of me to ask such a leading question.
But yeah, definitely looked like he was putting some sort of powder on the stem.
Wow, even I wasn't expecting such a bold admission. Members of the court, it sounds like what we have here is direct witnessing of the defendant readying the murder weapon. The defense claims that the rose was never poisoned, and yet here we have a man who saw the poison with his own eyes.
I smell perjury!
You do?
No question! He saw a shifty-looking criminal readying poison and cackling near the scene of the crime? That's not believable at all!
I believe it's Sparrowson.
I think you might be right. I wonder if we have any evidence that calls Toussaint's story into doubt. I'm losing my mind. Your Honor, I would like to cross-examine the witness.
Really, this nonsense again. You just had the witness directly describe your client readying poison on a rose. What is there to question?
I am trying to uncover the truth, Your Honor.
Ugh. Fine, do your thing. Go on, Falcon, go make a fool out of yourself.
Hey. Hadane. Monsieur Kingley, you say that you saw a fox rubbing the stem of a rose.
Yep. Saw it with my own eyes.
How far away were you from the south entrance? 20 meters perhaps? 30? I'm somewhat doubtful that you can make out powder being applied to anything at those sorts of distances.
Sure, I don't claim to have seen the powder itself. I said that it looked like he was applying powder to the flower stem. It could have been a wax or a liquid or whatever, but the guy was definitely putting something on the flower.
I see. Well, that's nice and vague.
Vague.
Vague. Are you certain that the fox was handling a rose and not some other type of flower?
Pretty sure the red petals stand out quite nicely on a grey January morning.
So you are confident, you are absolutely sure that you clearly saw a bright red flower in the fox's hands.
What are you getting at, JJ? Ooh.
Do we have any evidence? We have a... No.
I don't think so. Because we didn't talk to the swan.
Nothing? Nothing really. I'm just making sure Monsieur Kingley is confident in what he saw.
I am as confident as a crucian carp.
Shit.
Merde.
Never mind, I do not have any more questions about this rose. Moving on. Mr. Kingley, you claim that you saw a shifty-looking fox.
Yep. Super mega shifty.
There must be at least 100 foxes in Paris. How do you know the fox you saw was Prince Juan?
Well, he was wearing a suave hat that hung low over his eyes, and I heard how they wear them in Spain. And I'm not much of a fashion expert, but the rest of his outfit looked quite out of place for the French winter.
Is it all you are going by? His fashion sense?
Oh, I nearly forgot. I heard him call a passerby Signor, and I thought that was peculiar.
Well, that's him, alright. No. Shit. Monsieur Kingley, you say that you saw the king himself enter the Louvre.
Indeed I did.
Who did you see in the king's entourage?
Well, there was the king himself, obviously. And there were quite a few guards, maybe 4 or 5, including a big dog who I hear is the guy who died, Major Hal. I think that was all.
I see. That sounds like it's gonna get me in trouble. Is it my understanding that the king does most of his work in the Palais Royal, which lies in the north of the Louvre? So it's a little strange that you saw the king enter from the south entrance, is it not?
I know what I saw, monsieur.
JJ, there's little reason to doubt that the king entered the Louvre from the south. Are you really calling this basic fact into question?
No. Shit. What do we have?
The map.
No. Nope.
Chocolate for me.
Should have thrown money at him. Yeah, we didn't get any of the relevant evidence.
And there's
Slam dunk, we're hanging a fox. Oh, Renard.
I am as certain as a cephalopod.
Uh-huh.
Man.
Monsieur Kingley, you say that you are sitting upon the railings of the Pont des Arts, the morning of the incident?
Yep.
Monsieur Kingley, you had a good view of the Louvre's south entrance, did you?
Yep. The Pont des Arts is a great vantage point for seeing the Grand Gallery's south side.
What about the other entrance?
The other entrances? You mean like if you're entering from the Tuileries Gardens or the Place de Carrousel? Nope. Couldn't possibly see those areas from the bridge.
But that's where he entered from. But of course, that isn't relevant. Monsieur Kingley witnessed Prince Juan entering the south entrance with flower in hand, and that's what counts.
What if Prince Juan didn't enter from the south entrance? What if he approached the Louvre from...
The gardens, because that's where he dropped the page.
Yeah. Tuileries Jardin, to the west.
That's a big what if. Do you have any evidence that Prince Juan entered the Louvre from the Tuileries garden?
As a matter of fact, oui, I do. I have definitive proof that Prince Juan approached from the west, not from the south.
Hey, I know what I saw, monsieur.
I'm doubtful too. Go on, JJ. Show this definitive proof that Prince Juan entered from the Louvre from Tuileries Gardens.
Is this? Ding! Objection! Look at this.
Take that! A book page?
A bork page?
Book?
Page 44 of Don Quixote, specifically. It was found just outside the Louvre's west entrance.
This proves nothing.
Oh. I am not done yet. Take a look at this. Ha! Take that!
Don Quixote.
This is the book Prince Juan has been reading in jail since his arrest. I believe he has had it on his person for some time. And yes, page 44 is missing. This is the first thing that I checked. You do realize what this means, don't you, Severin? The defendant was present in shit. Tuileries Jardin prior to entering the Louvre. That also means that in all likelihood, the defendant entered the Louvre from the west entrance and not the other one. He could not possibly have been seen by Monsieur Kigley from the Pont des Arts. Holy shit.
What? I know what I saw, monsieur.
A fine theory, Falcon, but maybe the defendant took the long way around. One could still travel from Tuileries to the Louvre's south entrance by walking along the river.
An extra 2 kilometers of walking just to enjoy a pre-murder scenery? Let's not say silly things. Cocorico!
Okay, maybe the defendant deliberately left the page there to mislead the investigation.
Now you're the one who's blindly speculating.
It's not blind speculation, it's a viable hypothesis.
You are fond of logic, aren't you, Cocorico? Let's talk about Occam's razor. When torn between two seemingly equal hypotheses, we must side with the one that imposes the fewest assumptions. Which of these theories takes fewer assumptions? What? The page from Prince Juan's book fell out on his way to the Louvre's south entrance. Ooh! Prince Juan deliberately planted the page on the off chance that it would be discovered, then he took the long way around.
How dare you! The nerve of you to lecture me on such basic philosophical concepts!
I'll stop lecturing you when you stop making such basic mistakes!
Burn! Monsieur Falcon, please calm yourself. What is the point of all this yammering?
The ultimate point is that Toussaint's testimony is fabricated, made up, utter fiction.
No! Everything I said is the truth.
I suspect that the witness isn't even a fisherman!
I'm not a fisherman!
See? He admits it himself!
That's not what I meant!
Don't like that hippo.
Prosecutor, you have something that will put this arrogant Falcon in his place, don't you?
I must concede.
You concede?
On this point, at least, Falcon's evidence strongly suggests that the key component of Monsieur Kingley's testimony is false.
No!
This doesn't mean that Prince Juan is innocent, of course. All Falcon has demonstrated is that this particular witness is unreliable.
But I did see something. I really did. Alright, so maybe I didn't exactly see a shifty-looking fox. I made that part of the story up.
That's the only thing he talked about.
But I did see a swan lurking around the south entrance on the morning of the murder.
Merde. A swan?
Do shut up, witness! Your word is mud at this point. How can we possibly trust anything you have to say?
Time.
Heavy tortoise. It's that late already. Curses. I was hoping we could have the case wrapped up in a single trial.
Oh, thank God. I mean, yes, I was...
It is a shame, but ultimately, inaccurate sentences is always preferable to speedy sentencing.
Yes. All right. I don't need to hear your moralizing. Court will resume this Friday, the 21st of January, at 9 o'clock. Don't be late. Prosecutor, do your damned job. Get this stupid fox a conviction already.
I'll do my best to ensure that justice is served, Your Honor.
A lot came up in that trial, huh?
Well, no doubt about that.
But something's bothering me. Why would that fisherman guy, Monsieur Kingley, lie on the witness stand?
Well, it is possible that he was coerced or bribed.
That's just what I was thinking. Maybe the real murderer threatened the fisherman into making up a story about Prince Juan.
Let's keep an open mind. Anything is possible at this stage. But to be perfectly honest, something else is bothering me about the trial. Judge Romulus is acting without a shred of professionalism. He's obviously more interested in securing a guilty verdict than he is in discovering the truth. But why? Is it because all wolves are scum?
Maybe he has a vendetta against Spanish royalty, and maybe you're racist.
I'm not so sure about either of those points. There must be something else at work here. I mean, I'm just saying if they didn't want to be called scum, they should not do such scummy things.
Excuse me, Mr. Falcon.
Oh shit.
Sorry to bother you, but this letter just arrived. I think it's for you.
Wow.
Is it a picture of a middle finger?
A nervous little bitch, aren't you?
Falcons eat rabbits.
I wonder why it wasn't sent to my office.
Have you been demoted to courier status, Rupert?
Wow, Sparrowson.
Oh, hush, Sparrowson. I don't need to be pitied by a first-year dropout. Oh, good comeback! So what does this letter say, Falcon?
It's a threat made out of cut-out newspaper letters.
Those are my favorites!
Don't eat it.
Wow!
I didn't know those actually existed! Let me see! I'll calm! Stop your investigation, or there will be consequences! Scary!
There's no question that this letter originated from Major Owl's murderer. He or she must be aware that we are getting close to uncovering the truth. La verite.
Sounds about right! But why would a person write with cut-out newspaper letters like this?
To make it extra scary, of course. Masking one's handwriting would be the most common reason. Although I can't help but wonder why they would bother, since we don't have any handwriting samples to compare it to. Oh, not yet.
We're still going ahead with our investigation, alright?
Do we have anything with handwriting? Got your business card? Got your checklist?
Not yet.
Got all that shit? Absolutely.
Nope.
Oh, yes! Totally! If a lawyer were deterred every time he received a threatening letter, they would never get any work done. Besides, there are only 3 days before the next trial session. We can't afford to be worrying about petty things like this, even if I may have just gotten you murdered, Sparrow Son.
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Wow, you're right.
Wow!
Let's make those days count. We have 3 more days to fuck up.
Okay.
Next time on Game Over, guys, we begin the investigation some more.
And preferably we don't fuck up as much.